I don't get why people still install the classic Orion Smart, that famous DC to DC charger from Victron. Because for a while now, its successor has been out to fix quite a few of this charger's flaws, and that's the Orion XS. Maybe it's just a lack of awareness, or perhaps some think it's too powerful for their alternator. And yes, you've probably read in the comments sometimes that some say a DC to DC charger can kill your alternator. So the Orion XS is even more intimidating. Or maybe it's just too expensive. But is that really the case? Today, we're going to talk about charging without solar panels again and compare these two models and when to choose each. Before we start, you'll find our electrical diagram pack in the video description, along with info on these chargers. Also, remember to subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and feel free to ask your questions in the comments. We'll dive straight into the Orion Smart's issues, but first, let's provide some context for those who are new to this. These little blue boxes are DC to DC chargers. They are used to charge your auxiliary battery from your alternator. Your alternator recharges and powers your starter battery. Then, the DC to DC charger acts as the link between the engine battery and the secondary battery. This type of charger is essential for charging a lithium battery, but it's also compatible with lead gel batteries. The reverse is not true. The split charge coupler, that little relay like this one, that's a no-go for lithium. That's how you'll fry your alternator, by the way, but I've already talked about that at length in a previous video. So I won't repeat myself on that subject today. Let's get back to the Orion Smart, specifically the 12-12-30 version. So 12 and 12 is simple. You have your engine battery at 12 volts and your secondary batteries at 12 volts too. 30 is the maximum charging current in amps. Now this is the current supported by the device. I know all these values can be confusing. If I take the formula P equals V times I, power equals voltage multiplied by current, here it gives us 12 volts multiplied by 30 amps equals 360 watts. We land exactly on the value shown on the device. And this value is the most important one, because in real life, the charging voltage is, let's say, 14.2 volts. It can vary, of course, but we'll use that for the calculation. So if we divide 360 by 14.2, we get 25.35 amps. So you see, we'll never actually hit that 30 amp mark, because in practice, we never charge at 12 volts. The charger itself has a 14 volt trigger threshold programmed into its system. That's the first issue with the Orion. The output charging current is lower than what's stated on the device. The second major problem with the Orion is that it overheats way too much. Yes, because its efficiency is only 87%. When it hits its peak temperature, that efficiency drops even further. Naturally, because heat production leads to more power consumption. That's why in some setups, it's not uncommon to see two of them mounted in parallel. So, you can see here there's a gap between power consumption and actual charging capacity, which is inherently tied to its efficiency. That's where the Orion XS comes in, and you'll see it's not just a minor update, it's a total technological shift. The first argument that will make us forget the Smart model is the efficiency. We go from 87% to an impressive 98.5% efficiency. For you, concretely, what does that change? It's simple. Almost all the energy drawn from your alternator ends up in your battery instead of turning into heat. Where the Smart could exceed 100 degrees Celsius and had to reduce its power so as not to melt, the Orion XS stays cool and silent without a fan thanks to a much more efficient natural convection dissipation. Will it kill your alternator because it shows 50 amps instead of 30 amps? It's quite the opposite. The Orion XS is much smarter. You can manually limit the input and output current via the Victron Connect app to adapt it exactly to your alternator's capacity. And as for power, no more misleading calculations. The Orion XS delivers a real 50 amps and Victron proudly announces 700 watts of power at a voltage of 14 volts. It's a recharge almost twice as fast as the previous generation, while being more compact. Concretely, a single Orion XS can replace two Orion Smarts installed in parallel, certainly producing more energy for charging. If you have a system with a Serbo GX or an Ekrano screen, you know that the Smart was the weak point. Impossible to connect it via wire. The Orion XS fixes that with a VE.direct port. You can now monitor it remotely on the VRM portal or synchronize its charge with your solar panels via the VE.smart network. Another little treat for those who love numbers, it records the history of the last 40 charging cycles. On the Smart, you never really knew what had happened the day before. Here, everything is detailed in the application. Well, afterwards, I don't know if it interests the majority of you, but it's still worth mentioning among the notable developments. So which one to choose? Well, since its release, I've still been asking myself quite a few questions. Because in practice, the Orion can drop below 20 amps, sometimes in case of significant heating. It all depends, of course, on the installation conditions and if it's well ventilated. But anyway, if we take a worst case scenario, 14 volts multiplied by 20 amps, we only get 280 watts. Whereas with an Orion XS at 14 volts, we really get 50 amps, so 700 watts. For a price difference, that isn't huge. I know what you're going to tell me. For me, 50 amps is too much on the alternator. I'm afraid of wearing it out prematurely. Don't panic, you just need to look at the power of your alternator. On the van or on most motorhomes, you have an alternator with a capacity that can vary between 150 and 230 amps, as I already said in my last video on this subject. So here, if we stay within a 30% safety margin, 30% of 150 is 45 amps. And in the Victron Connect app, you can choose the charging current, so no problem. You can set whatever value you want below 50 amps. There's no problem using it at only 30 amps of charging current, for example. Just because it can give 50 amps doesn't mean we have to push it to its maximum capacity. Now let's talk about its installation. We start with the positive input. You run your cable from the engine battery to the in terminal of the Orion. Very important, this cable must be protected by a 60 amp fuse placed as close as possible to the vehicle's battery. We do exactly the same thing for the output, a cable going from the out terminal to the auxiliary battery, also with its 60 amp fuse to secure the line. For the negative, you have two options. Either you connect it directly to the negative terminal of the starter battery, or you fix it to the vehicle's chassis. If you choose the chassis, it's crucial to scrape off the paint well to have direct contact with the bare metal. As you can see on the diagram, we have a BMV shunt by default, which is very practical for monitoring your battery. Another important point is the cable cross-section. On a standard installation, Victron recommends 16 square millimeters or 6 AWG if you have less than 5 meters of cable, and 21 square millimeters, 4 AWG between 5 and 10 meters to limit voltage drop. Regarding the small HL remote terminal block located to the left of the Orion XS power terminals. Here's what you need to know. By default, the Orion XS is delivered with a small jumper that connects the L and H terminals. This shunt serves as a physical switch. As long as it's in place, the device is authorized to operate. Most users leave this shunt in place and let the charger's intelligence decide when to start charging. However, we can also have manual control over it. It depends on your usage. If we want to be able to cut off charging in case of a prolonged stop, a traffic jam for example, or another reason. Or on some vehicles, the smart alternator voltage fluctuates. So much so that the automatic software detection can sometimes be faulted. And you can also disable charging via the Victron Connect app if needed as well. Once everything is physically connected, we move on to the software part with the Victron Connect app on your phone, which will be connected via Bluetooth. The very first step is to update the firmware to ensure optimal operation. Next, head to the battery settings to select the Lithium Smart profile here. On the status tab, you can see the input and output section. The input current here is where you can limit the current if you have a smaller alternator, or if you want to limit the current to a specific value, especially if you want to connect two in parallel and set each to 30 amps or 40 amps, for example. There, I could still find quite a few things to say about the Orion XS DC-DC charger, but I think we've covered the essentials. I hope this video provides you with useful information. Above all, remember to like and leave me a short comment to tell me what you think of this charger. It's always a great pleasure to read your comments, and I'll see you very soon.